Tor browser. You've probably heard it's the best way to browse privately. Maybe you've tried it. Maybe you've lasted about 4 minutes before the loading times made you want to throw your laptop out the window. And that's the thing. Tor is genuinely powerful. It hides your IP, encrypts your traffic through multiple relays, and over 3 million people use it daily. For journalists, activists, and people in countries with heavy censorship, it's still a lifeline. But for the rest of us, it's like driving a tank to pick up your groceries. Secure? Absolutely. Practical? Not so much. It's slow. Traffic bounces between 3 volunteer servers worldwide. Good luck streaming anything. Websites block it. Banks, streaming, shopping sites, they all detect Tor exit nodes and refuse to load. You end up in capture loops or get flat out denied. It's not magic. Log into your email inside Tor and you've just connected your identity to your anonymous session. A 2025 study from Texas A&M and Johns Hopkins found that websites actively use browser fingerprinting to track users across sessions. Even those who opt out under GDPR, your ISP knows. They can see you're connecting to Tor even if they can't see what you're doing. In some countries, that alone is a problem. So, you want privacy, but you also want your internet to actually work. I went through the top ranked articles and real user discussions to find 7 alternatives that genuinely work, plus 3 popular options that you should avoid. I know some of you just want the answer and you don't need the full breakdown. So here you go. I want to actually control my fingerprint and manage accounts safely. Gologin. I want something free that works right now. One browser. I want Tor level privacy but at normal speed. Mullvad Browser. I want a better everyday browser that doesn't spy on me. DuckDuckGo Browser. I'm a Firefox person and I want it privacy hardened. Librewolf. I want something modern and good looking. Zen Browser. I need the absolute maximum. No trace on the machine at all. Tails OS. Now, for those of you who want the why, let's dig in. I'm going through all 7, what each one is actually best at, where it falls short, and what it costs. Number 1, Gologin. The best overall alternative to Tor. Let me explain why an anti-detect browser tops a list of Tor alternatives, because at first, it sounds like a completely different thing. And honestly, it kind of is, but it solves the same core problem better. Tor hides your IP. That's one signal. But modern websites use browser fingerprinting, your screen size, GPU, fonts, time zone, language, dozens of signals that combined are actually as unique as an actual fingerprint. Hiding just your IP doesn't really cut it anymore. Gologin changes all of those signals at once. Every browser profile you create is a completely different digital person. Different fingerprints, different IP, different device characteristics. It genuinely thinks you're someone else entirely. Day to day, it feels like Chrome with a profile dashboard. Pick a country, click launch, clean isolated session. Cookies, storage, fingerprints, all separate. You can sync profiles across devices through the cloud and even share work profiles with team members without platforms noticing anything changed. This is also why it's considered a commercial tool. People use it for work, managing social media accounts, e-commerce across regions, or anything where platforms link your accounts together and ban them all in one sweep. Tor doesn't help with your LinkedIn or Amazon. Gologin was built for it. But where does it fall short versus Tor? Gologin uses proxies, not an anonymity network. If you need protection from heavy surveillance, Tor is still the tool. If your goal is to work and maintain a business on websites tracking you or blocking accounts, Gologin is the way. Also, Gologin has a free forever tier of 3 profiles, and they also offer a 7-day free trial. And paid plans start from $9 per month with 2 gigabytes of proxy traffic included. Right, now let's get on to the second one. One browser, the best free anti-detect browser. Here we have the same concept as Gologin, anti-detect browser, isolated profiles, fingerprint spoofing, and proxy support. But the free tier is seriously generous. If Gologin is the professional pick, one browser is the absolute free pick. You get 10 browser profiles for free. No time limit, no credit cards, free built-in proxies from 5 countries. You don't need to buy proxies separately or paste anything into settings. Install it, open a profile, pick a country, and browse. Most anti-detect browsers start at $20 to $50 a month, so this might be really interesting for a free alternative. The interface also looks like Chrome. Each profile is completely sandboxed. Separate cookies, separate fingerprints, and separate IP. For accessing blocked content, checking prices from different regions, or keeping a few accounts separate without them being linked, the free plan handles it. Now, there are downsides though. It's new, it's closed source, and it relies on proxy IPs. Is it as polished as Gologin? Not yet. It's a newer product. But for the price of literally nothing, it's the easiest way to test out anti-detect browsing and see if it's what you need. As I said, the free tier is 10 profiles and proxies from 5 different countries. And for more, the paid plans start from $9 a month. Now for number 3, Mullvad Browser, Tor's philosophy at normal speed. Now this one is fascinating. Mullvad Browser was co-developed with the Tor project itself. The actual people behind Tor helped build this. It takes all of Tor's privacy protections, anti-fingerprinting, tracker blocking, telemetry removal, and puts them in a browser that connects to the normal internet. You keep the privacy and lose the painful speed. It uses clever techniques like letterboxing, subtle grey margins that snap your browser window to standardized dimensions, so every single one looks identical. Instead of trying to make your browser unique and then hiding it, Mullvad makes every user look exactly the same. If everyone's identical, it makes tracking exponentially harder. In testing, Mullvad scored 141 out of 156 privacy checks on privacytests.org, and PCMag reported that EFF's Cover Your Tracks showed strong protection against web tracking. That's good credibility. Now here's a trade-off for Mullvad. It breaks things. For example, users on privacy guide forums consistently report capture loops, broken login forms, and Cloudflare blocks. Think of it as a privacy clean room that you only step into when you need it, not your everyday browser. Also, it's best paired with Mullvad VPN for the full package. The Mullvad browser is free, and the Mullvad VPN is €5 a month. No email required. They literally let you pay with cash. Right, so number 4, DuckDuckGo Browser, the simplest privacy upgrade that exists. DuckDuckGo started as that privacy search engine your coworker couldn't shut up about. In 2026, it's a full standalone browser on Mac, Windows, iOS, and Android, and it might be the easiest privacy upgrade you'll ever make. All you have to do is download it. It will then ask you if you want to import your bookmarks and your passwords, and you're done. From that point on, trackers are blocked by default. Cookies are managed automatically, connections are upgraded to HTTPS, and there's a big fire button that nukes all your browsing data in one tap. It's oddly satisfying to use. Unlike Chrome Incognito, DuckDuckGo doesn't build a profile on you. Ads in search results are only based on your current query, not your history. They don't store search history at all. It also auto-handles those annoying cookie consent pop-ups. It picks the most private option and then dismisses them for you. They've also launched Privacy Pro at $9.99 a month, bundling a VPN, data removal from 50+ broker sites, and identity protection. All About Cookies tested the VPN and found it passed DNS leak tests and unblocked Netflix across every country tested. But there are some honest trade-offs. No extension support on desktop, search results aren't as deep as Google's, and the old Microsoft tracker controversy from 2022 left a small trust dent, even though it's been fixed. But for most people who just want to browse without being the product, this is the lowest friction privacy upgrade available. The browser is free, and the Privacy Pro with VPN and data removal is $9.99 a month. Number 5, Librewolf, Firefox without the baggage. If you're a Firefox user annoyed by Mozilla adding sponsored content, telemetry, and AI experiments you didn't ask for. Librewolf is Firefox minus all of that. Community maintained fork, telemetry removed, privacy hardened by default, and uBlock Origin pre-installed. It's what Firefox would be if the privacy community built it from scratch. So what's the advantage over Mullvad? Librewolf is actually usable as a daily browser. It doesn't break websites aggressively. You can still log into your bank, use Google Docs, and stream video without issues. PCMag scored it 139 out of 156 privacy checks. Factually's 2026 comparison calls it the best option for Firefox users who want full control and extension compatibility. But what's the downside? Community maintained means updates sometimes lag a few days behind official Firefox releases. Not a deal breaker for most people, but it's worth knowing. And of course, it's completely free as it's open source. Right, number 6, Zen Browser. The privacy browser that actually looks good. Zen is Firefox based, like Mullvad and Librewolf, but it's doing something no privacy browser has really tried. Being beautiful, modern design, minimal interface, and distraction-free. People compare it to Arc Browser, but with an actual privacy built in. If you've ever thought, why do all privacy tools look like they were designed in 2005, Zen heard you. It includes solid Firefox-based protections, tracker blocking, hardened defaults, and full extension support. Not as extreme as Mullvad, but meaningfully more private than Chrome out of the box. So what's the caveat? Zen is still young. That means fewer audits, smaller community, and ongoing development. And privacy software does need time to prove itself. But if you care about both privacy and aesthetics, it's genuinely worth watching. This is also free, as it's completely open source. Now for the final one on our list. Tails. It isn't a browser, it's an entire OS you run from a USB stick. Everything goes through Tor automatically. Shut it down, everything's erased. No files, no history, no trace it ever ran. Multiple top sources, privacy savvy, CloudSec, expert.com, and private proxy guide all list Tails as a good Tor alternative for high stakes situations. For journalists protecting sources, researchers handling sensitive data, and privacy-minded people, Tails is the answer. For everyone else, it's good to know it exists, but it's not what you'd use to check Instagram or log into your Facebook account from an airport. This is also free, you just need a USB stick. 8 GB minimum. Alright, quick round before you go. 3 things that show up in Tor alternative lists or get recommended online that you should seriously think twice about. I'll keep this fast. AdsPower, an anti-detect browser that suffered a supply chain attack in January 2025. Hackers replaced their crypto wallet plugin with a malicious version, draining an estimated $4.7 million from user wallets over 3 days. MetaMask confirmed over 34,000 wallets were potentially affected. When your selling point is security, that's a hard one to come back from. Google Chrome. Digitane's 2025 browser privacy study gave Chrome a risk score of 76 out of 99 and 0 points for tracker blocking. 0, meaning companies can freely follow your activity across the whole web. Chrome also sends identifying data to Google from first launch, before you even sign in. Using Chrome for privacy is like using a raincoat made of tissue paper. ChatGPT Atlas. This scored 99 out of 99 on the same privacy risk study. The worst possible. 0 for tracker blocking, 1 point for anti-fingerprinting. It actively reads everything you browse, logs it through browser memories, and researchers demonstrated prompt injection attacks where malicious sites can trick the AI into performing unauthorized actions on your behalf. Proton's analysis called it surveillance beyond what even Google achieved. That's the full picture. 7 tools, different use cases, 3 to avoid. Every tool on this list has a free way to start. I built the list that way on purpose. Try things and see what fits your life. Drop a comment what you're using right now and what made you switch. If I missed something you think deserves a spot, be sure to let me know. I read every comment and love seeing your opinions. Hit like, subscribe, and send this to someone who's still wondering why Tor is so slow. See you in the next one.